Here is that troubleshooting video I wanted to share with you, and we're doing the exact same lab that we did previously, but with a little issue in there that I bumped into that I wanted you to see as well. We've got our 4 hosts, same address space, no trickeration here, nothing fancy, everything's in VLAN 1 just like it was before, and I have already sent my pings around. Let me straighten that window up for you. I've already sent my pings around from host 1, pinging 2, 3, and 4. Here's the ping to 2. So we've got total success. Everything is fine there. And we're going to go over to the switch, and I almost totally initialized it. Not quite. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a moment. I created VLAN 12 after erasing all the VLANs. I created VLAN 12, named it accounting, and you can see there are no ports in it. So we're going to do exactly what we did before and put ports 1 and 2 into VLAN 12. Also, it really doesn't matter which order you put these into, these two commands, as long as you have them both. It's got to be an access port, and then you got to name the VLAN, but it doesn't matter if you put switch mode access first or not, really. So we've got ports 1 and 2 in VLAN 12 now. We'll go ahead and verify that. And there we go. And now, what should we have? We should have the exact same situation that we had before. This is what we want. We want hosts 1 and 2 to be able to send each other broadcasts, or the broadcast would be forwarded only to the other host in the VLAN, and then that should be it. We also know that we should not expect pings from host 1 to now go to host 3 or 4 because they're in different VLANs. So let's go ahead and test that out a little bit. Let's go out to the host. First we'll ping host 2. And we're not getting anything. We'll let it time out. Remember that escape sequence, Control-Shift-6 twice in a row. And we didn't get anything. That's kind of odd. So here's host 3 we're pinging. We don't expect to be able to ping host 3. And we can't, so let's put 4 there. And that goes through. So something is definitely wrong here, because that is not the result we expect, and it's not the result we got in the lab. So where do we always start troubleshooting? We always start our troubleshooting at layer 1 of the OSI model. Doesn't matter what layer we're actually working at, which here is layer 2. You always start at the physical layer. Is everything turned on? You know, if you've ever worked help desk, as I have, and a lot of you have, you know what that's like. You're just trying to talk the end user into letting you know for sure that the device is on. So power is not an issue, because we pinged all the hosts before I started this video. I showed you the results of those, and we got returns. So the connectivity is all fine. That means the cables are operating correctly and the ports are fine. So what's the problem here? Should we go ahead and go to layer 2 to start our troubleshooting? Is there something else we could do at layer 1? Might there be a command that shows us exactly which hosts are connected to which ports? Remember that one? Show CDP neighbor. Let's run that on the switch. First off, we'll see if it's on everywhere. And I don't see host 1 there, so let's go ahead and go back to host 1. We do a show CDP there. We see CDP is not enabled. Never assume that it's on. You can always check it out. And now I'm going to turn it on with CDP run. We should see it pretty quickly over here on the switch. And there it is, but note here where the devices are hooked up to. We've got a mix-up here between host 1 and host 3. So we've got a cabling mix-up here because I want host 1 connected to port 1, host 2 connected to port 2, host 3 connected to port 3, host 4 connected to host 4. So my prediction is once I fix the cabling here and they're in the correct ports, then we'll be able to send our pings around. So I'm going to pause the video, go fix those cables, and then we'll see what happens.